From Tilted Towers holding an incredible secret to an Easter egg that teases the future, here are 30 hidden details in OG Fortnite. Like I said, Tilted is back in business, but did you know they secretly changed the infamous clock tower? It's been a core memory of ours for a super long time, but no one really paid attention to it. Well, now in the OG season, Fortnite updated it to actually show the real endgame time, and all I gotta say is nice. We also have the return of ATKs, which remained untouched for years until now. They've been updated with the secret feature that only appears at night, headlights. These weren't around in Chapter 1, but with the revamped day and night cycle, it makes sense to add this attention to detail. Not to mention, golf carts already had insane Easter eggs like the llama badge, the food mascot ornaments, or my personal favorite, the golf bag with an OG pickaxe inside. You know, because we play golf like this. And that's not the only mind-blowing throwback. If you're in the Renegade Rust Cat, you probably noticed it had a strange number on the back, 2.297. What could it possibly mean? Well, it's actually a genius reference to Fortnite's most infamous back bling. Back in 2018, the servers went down for a whole day, causing a ridiculous frenzy. And so to reward players for waiting, Epic handed out the Rust Bucket. And as you can see right there on the sign, 2.297, made even cooler by the fact that Rust Lord and Renegade Raider were originally in the same set. In fact, if you go to the bonus styles of the OG Pass, you'll find Magmatic Renegade Lynx, who's an on-the-nose reference to our first remix, Blaze. And that's not even the coolest detail in the Battle Pass. Epic really put effort in for all the veteran players, which you'll realize if you look at any of the loading screens. This portrait of Lil Split being carried up the ice is of course taken directly from Peely's first ever artwork, or Renegade Lynx recreating the art for High Explosives. She also appears in the replica of her original loading screen, except the version in 2018 is one of the only animated cosmetics in the game. This one, it sadly isn't. And there's a detail which was first spotted all the way back in Chapter 1, but didn't make sense until now. Outside an old ranch at Paradise Palms, you can find two gravestones for the people who live there. One of them has a framed picture of a woman holding a doll. At the time, this meant nothing to us, and then it faded away into obscurity. Well, that's until the final reckoning happened, revealing Willow as a fully fledged outfit. Not only was she a haunted bride, but she also had a doll head variant. Now this Easter egg has returned, and we know exactly what it's referencing, a secret backstory to one of Fortnite's scariest villains. On the topic of backstories, if you go to Carbide's hero base, you can find the blueprints of his original suit design. They're on a table showing his first prototype, followed by a mask on a mannequin. Obviously, we found out the whole hero story as part of a movie, so I would explain these concept designs. From superheroes to villains, we're all tired of fighting the dealers last season as NPCs, although they have pretty cool designs and people wanted them as outfits, so now Epic has obliged. Not only can you buy the dealer, but his back bling has an incredible secret. As you rack up eliminations, this card will increase in value, starting with an ace, going all the way to 10, Jack, Queen, and then King. Not the only outfit to blow us away, while designing Lil Split, Fortnite went all out. As you know, Peely has a 2D mouth, while Lil Whip has a 3D one that barely moves. So matching them together, they gave Split the cartoon mouth with Lil Whip's iconic blue tongue. You would never notice this unless you made him smile. But one of the craziest secrets found this season is at the time machine. Agent Jones is slowly taking it around the island, but if you take a look inside the truck, you could see a mini rocket on the dashboard. But this truly feels like an Easter egg from back in the day, and this time it's hinting at the upcoming live event and the return of the rocket. Some people think it's Sloan's way of reminding him what his mission is inside the loop, but either way, it's super wholesome. And if you didn't watch Stranger Things, you probably wouldn't know the detail in Eleven's set. She recently dropped with a diorama back bling, and this is taken straight from the show where she turned a shoebox into Hopper's cabin. Except, Fortnite has changed this. Not only is there an upside down variant, but if you compare the back bling to the real diorama from the show, they turned Hopper's police car into a generic vehicle. Now we're expecting the release of an emote this season named the Catling Gun. An adorable cosmetic which is secretly inspired by a TikTok trend. This year, people went viral after posting videos of them using their cats as, well, a machine gun. An item we weren't expecting is the smoke grenade. This was so broken back in the day, we weren't sure if it'd ever come back. Now that it's here though, we could finally use replay mode to look closer, revealing a secret message on the grenade. It says "Lobscure," which is an on-the-nose reference that you obscure yourself, but also lob the smoke bomb. It's a simple detail that they never had to add, but I love it. The same goes for the gas stations around the map. For years now, we've known them as Spillex, a joke about how fuel companies always spill oil, but before that, it was super immature. Now we're back at Chapter 1, stations have reverted to their old company, passing gas. Yeah, that's exactly what you think it means. And if you want a different kind of blast from the past, this season includes a new dab emote. Of course, it's a throwback to 2018 when everyone was dabbing, and we're all tired of it now, hence the yawning. But it's also a callback to Season 5 where we got a free version called the Gentleman's Dab. Not the only nod in 2018, Renegade Lynx has some dog tags around her neck, which is a perfect homage to the early days when every skin used to have these included. This time around, they modernized them to look way cooler, and hopefully we see the trend return because, I mean, come on, they're awesome. If you prefer the Tier 50 outfit, Omega Rock has some incredible details in his set. His pickaxe is a mashup of Omega's Onslaught and Ragnarok's Permafrost, fusing together to create Winter's Onslaught. The same goes for his back bling, which grabs the Frozen Shroud and Destabilizer to make Apocalypse Shroud. There's one cosmetic that's exclusive to this season, and you probably didn't even know about it. The Victory Umbrella secretly has a ranked version, which you could earn for 75 points in cups later this season. It comes alongside the competitive Skyblades glider, and they'll both reflect your rank on them for others to see, but you're gonna have to put in some work to unlock them. Thankfully, it's a lot easier to unlock the Flashback Breakdown, which actually mashes up a bunch of old dances from Chapter 1. There's Disco Fever, Groove Jam, even the Worm. Everyone loves this emote, and I can see why. Epic was so creative with it, asking if you remember this, right? And this small forest outside of Frenzy Farms might contain the most hidden detail in the entirety of Chapter 1. Everyone remembers the hidden animals around the map like a fox or a crab, but absolutely no one has heard of the secret rabbit. Destroy all of these trees and a giant outline on the ground will reveal itself. Build high enough to view this and you'll see the outline of a bunny. This was so hidden that when a Redditor finally discovered it, it went mega viral. But a secret that was only possible in Chapter 1 is finally usable again. We got the popcorn emote for Risky Reels in Season 4, and it took a while before players used it in water, where the pieces actually floated. This was an insane detail for early Fortnite, and later chapters took away the ability to emote in water, but now we are back to Old Loot Lake, and I can confirm this classic detail is around again. Just like reliving the feeling of playing as the old Knight skins with a brand new Spectra Knight. We all know she's super customizable with color options and galaxy effects, but when it comes to the helmet, you have some interesting options to choose from, and they are all references. The default one is Red Knight, while the others draw from Blue Squire, Spider Knight, Dark Red Knight, and Ultima Knight. There's even the remains of old teasers on the current island. All the way back in Chapter 1 Season 4, Fortnite teased the upcoming POIs with random rifts spawning around the map. Each of these mini events happened live, spawning a western stagecoach, a Viking anchor, and a desert carcass. They're obviously teasing Paradise Palms of Viking Village, but you can still find these today as little memories to the story of the past. Even the Durr Burger is missing from the side because it got rifted across the map. There's even a secret added to the bushes this season. It wouldn't be OG Fortnite without this infamous item, especially since it can take a whole bullet for you. But now it has been buffed even further. Boogie Bombs are no longer effective against anyone wearing one of these, giving you an advantage over everyone wasting their time throwing it during a fight. Another hidden change that'll save your life is the new Grappler. You probably noticed it has double the charges since we last saw it, but Epic made another adjustment that went completely under the radar. Now it gives complete fall damage immunity, meaning you can grapple up or down from any height and not have to worry about the consequences. Thank you. They also gave an OG gun a brand new feature that was totally hidden. With the suppressed pistol being a vaulted last season, it surprised everyone when it was suddenly fully auto. But now we're in OG Fortnite with the return of the oldest pistol in the game. Pick it up and sure enough, it is automatic now too. Trust me, this thing is better than an SMG at this point. But if you're truly OG, you might remember the iconic Disco Ball challenge at Loot Lake. This thing required 4 people to dance in every corner and stayed around for a whole lot longer than it was supposed to. It was eventually removed during Season 5, which is the same update we're currently playing. So if you head on over now, you can see the equipment boxed up and stacked in the corner. Not the only small detail, because one of the tiniest things can now be found in Fortnite that has been gone for 5 years. There used to be these tiny little bugs flying around the plants in the game, and often made you think you saw a player moving. Now we can see them up close, and I never even noticed how cartoony these guys were. Well, after you're done making friends with these guys, head north past Risky Reels, and you'll find the Nom sign. This thing is from Retail Row, so you're probably wondering what it's doing all the way out here. Well, this is another one of those objects that fell victim to the rifts in Chapter 1, and when it came back, it was strangely covered in cameras. Now, one thing we've all seen loading into OG Fortnite is a return of the classic battle bus. Sure, it's just like the old one we all remember, but you probably forgot about the hidden Easter eggs on board. Take a look at the bumpers, and you can find stickers like free hugs from Cuddle Team Leader, and my favorite, Greasy Grove or Bust. Hope you guys enjoyed those 30 hidden details. It's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.